Hi friends, and welcome back to the channel. We're Stump and Di, and we're on a road trip through Florida all the way to Key West with lots of stops along the way. Our last adventure was resort hopping at Disney World's Magic Kingdom. We spent 2 days exploring Disney Springs, the Polynesian, the Contemporary, the Grand Floridian, and Disney's Wilderness Lodge. Today, we continue our road trip. Our first stop today is in Jupiter, Florida at the Square Grouper. This waterfront gym officially opened its doors on Super Bowl Sunday back in 2003, and since then it's become a local legend. It's the perfect blend of island vibes, live music, and those unbeatable waterfront views. And fun fact, this is where Alan Jackson and Jimmy Buffett filmed their hit music video, It's 5 O'Clock Somewhere. There's no table service here. You walk up to the bar, order, and find your place in the sand or on the deck and soak in the views.
Let me tell you what we do. If you're going to eat or anything, see the QR codes. You know how to get QR codes everywhere. I'll bring up your menu.
Perfect.
And if you are going to order your food, they'll give a little plaque when it goes off. We'll pick your food up. We have no wait service here. So you go sit wherever you wish. You know, put your feet in the chair, not tables. You can walk down and look at the boats. But you have to order everything at the bar. Even though you get the menu on your phone, you still have to order at the bar.
All right.
And we have 2 bars.
There's something about this spot that just pulls you in. The water here is crystal clear, that perfect blend of blues and greens, and you can sit for hours just watching the boats glide in and out of the inlet. All along the shore, the beach seating gives you front row views of paradise. Barefoot in the sand, a drink in your hand, the sound of waves and music drifting together. It's the kind of place that makes you forget about time. Everywhere you look is pure Florida. Sunshine, salt air, and that laid-back island vibe that makes you want to stay just a little longer. And another fun fact, a square grouper isn't a fish at all. It's old Florida slang from the 70s and 80s for bales of marijuana that smugglers used to drop overboard off the coast when avoiding law enforcement. These floating bundles would wash up on beaches or be found by boaters and fishermen, hence the name Square Grouper. The owners of Square Grouper Tiki Bar chose the name as a cheeky nod to that piece of Florida history and coastal legend. Playful, tongue-in-cheek, and totally fitting for a laid-back waterfront bar with a sense of humor. We ordered a couple of burgers, kicked back, and just soaked in that amazing inlet view for a while. The breeze, the boats, the vibe. It's hard to leave a spot like this, but it was time to hit the road again and see what adventure waited next. Our next stop was Palm Beach Harley Davidson, where we popped in to pick up a poker chip and maybe a t-shirt or two. Each Harley dealership creates its own custom poker chip, featuring the dealer's name and often a local landmark or theme. That makes every one of them a little unique memento of where you've been. Collecting these chips has become a huge hobby among riders. Some people try to grab one from every dealership they visit, or even one in every state or across the country. Stump's got a growing collection already, and on this trip we're planning to add several he doesn't have yet. Also, I just have to mention that they do have Halloween Harley Davidson t-shirts out right now. Another stop checked off the list, and plenty more to come. From Palm Beach, Harley, we hit the road again, cruising through Palm Beach to catch a glimpse of one of Florida's most talked about landmarks, Mar-a-Lago. Whether you know it for its history or its headlines, it's definitely one of those places you just have to see for yourself while you're here. Mar-a-Lago was built in the 1920s by heiress Marjorie Merriweather Post, who wanted a grand winter retreat. The name means sea to lake because the property stretches from the Atlantic Ocean all the way across the island to Lake Worth. Architecturally, it's a stunning blend of Spanish Revival and Mediterranean styles. Think red tile roofs, courtyards, ornate carvings, cloisters, and sculptural motifs of parrots, monkeys, and griffins. They imported Dorian limestone from Italy, thousands of 15th century Spanish tiles, and marble finishes, all to craft a place that feels like Europe and Florida. Over time, the estate became a private club and a symbol of Palm Beach luxury, always grand, always dramatic, and always tied to the land between sea and lake. Leaving Palm Beach, we made our way south and stopped at Alligator Alley, Harley-Davidson, and of course picked up another poker chip and possibly another tea. We spent a little time walking around, checking out the bikes and talking with some of the staff. Every dealership's got its own personality, and this one definitely leans into that Florida attitude, bold, friendly, and full of energy. It's always fun to explore each location and add another chip to Stump's growing collection before heading out for the next adventure. Inside, it's just rows and rows of bikes, chrome shining under the lights, that new Harley smell in the air. Every color, every style, from sleek cruisers to big touring bikes, built for the open road. It's the kind of place that makes you want to throw on a helmet and ride straight into the sunset. Even if you're not here to buy, it's impossible not to stop and admire the craftsmanship and the energy in a place like this. And of course, we had to check out the t-shirt wall, a Harley tradition all on its own. Every dealership has its own custom design, usually showing off something local, and they make the perfect souvenir from each stop. This wall was packed with all colors and logos and designs. It's hard to pick just one. We ended up grabbing a couple to add to the collection because really, can you ever have too many Harley shirts? Well, actually you can, but that's another story for another time. We kept heading further south, making one last stop before calling it a night in Homestead, Florida, Miami Harley-Davidson. You can feel the city's energy the moment you pull up. Bright colors, palm trees, and that unmistakable Miami vibe. Of course, we had to go in for another poker chip and a quick look around. Each dealership's got its own style, and this one definitely brings the heat. Bold, modern, and full of that South Florida flair. Another stop checked off the list and one more chip added to Stump's growing collection before we hit the road for Homestead. And that wraps up day 3 of our Florida road trip. We've covered a lot of ground today. Not bad for a big travel day. Be sure to come back for day 4, where we'll kick things off at Robert Is Here Fruit Stand, stop by the Last Chance Saloon in the Caribbean Club, explore the Rain Barrel Village shops, visit American Legion Post 333, and finish the day with dinner at one of the most scenic sunset views in Florida at Lorelei Grill and Bar. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow along. And as always, until next time, keep exploring.